My name is Dr. Overpeck, and the business is Overpeck Creek Animal Hospital in Bogota, New Jersey.
How did you know that this whole thing was what you wanted to do?
So I used to have another office in Cliffside Park that we merged into the Tenafly office, and I was looking also. I have a partner company. Well, I'm the medical director of the practice. I have a partner company that works with us called VPP, and they do all the back end of it, all the office, the inventory, the HR. I'm in charge of the medical thing, but also of the development of the practice. And they asked me to look for a possible another location because they were happy with the way our Tenafly location is doing. And we look into Hackensack because it's really booming. There's high rises that you can see from here. And I start looking over there. And one day, somebody told me, the real estate agent, that there is a building here. And the location is really unique. And this is really how the Fort Lee Chamber of Commerce and Bogota, because from here to Fort Lee, if you drive down on the main drag, it's like 7 to 8 minutes if there's no traffic. So we love the fact that we're sitting on a main artery to connect us from Fort Lee to Hackensack so easily and so conveniently. And also this way, if you're looking into Teaneck and Richfield Park. So we are blessed in sitting on one of the busiest corner in Bergen County, which is also accessible to the highways too. So if God forbid you have an emergency and you want to come from the Palisades Parkway, it's super accessible.
Who is your ideal client?
The client that sees the dog as their child and not only love the pet, but also responsible for the pet.
What has been the biggest challenge you faced regarding this business?
The biggest challenge, finding help. So when we put an ad, we get an answer, oh, I used to walk a dog, or I own a goldfish, or do I qualify? So in order to work here, whether you're at the front desk as a receptionist, which is a very challenging job, you have to be skilled in many fields, from psychology to finance to customer service to medicine, to the technicians that need to have experience, and of course the doctors, which is there's no shortage in the United States. So I never thought that we'll be very, very busy, but we're always going to be looking for people, despite how well we pay them and how well we treat them and all the benefits of insurance and pension and everything else. This has been the biggest challenge in the last few years.
What is your favorite aspect about this business that distinguishes you from others in the same industry or just in general?
I think the fact that if you walk into my room, you will see I invested all my life in educating people. In fact, doctor in Latin means a teacher. So I think that part of connecting with a client and bonding with them is they need to trust you. And beside the fact that this is a sensation that people feel when you talk to them, or you pay attention to them, and how much time you spend with them, a lot of people bought into our philosophy that I try to tell them, listen, I think that vaccines are important, but they're not the most important. I think that flea and tick protection is very important, but not the most important, because having my own pets all my life and being a vet, what do you think that you want the most for your pet? Live long. So longevity is a big deal. And when you look into the reasons of what makes pet live long, it's usually dental disease, obesity, good nutrition, eating fresh. So make a long story short, we took the typical approach that most vets take, and I put it upside down. I kept all those things that we discussed, but I put them on the bottom, and I made my client focus on the thing that I believe make their pets live long and happy life. And so we focus a lot on, on dentistry here. We're very good in dentistry. We focus a lot on the nutrition and not the typical kibble and canned food, but fresh food. We even tell clients, table food, so long as it's healthy for you, with some exception, and make a long story short, it's healthy for them. And blood work that we do once a year, while 20, 30 years ago, people say, why are you doing blood work for animals? Today it's customary to do this thing because that's how we detect problem earlier. So I think we have a unique approach that started a long time ago, and now we see the trend is picking up, and thank God more and more animal hospitals start focusing on the same thing. So we're proud to be pioneers of that.
What is your favorite color?
Probably will be dark blue, royal blue to purple.
How come?
How come? I love the sea, I love the oceans, and I think blue reminds me of the sea. I was born by the sea. I got engaged to my wife scuba diving in the sea. And blue is just such a optimistic, it's the color of the sky, it's the color of the water. Come to think of it, most of the earth is covered with those colors. So maybe that's not so unique, and that's why I love blue.